Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
What is up, Toasties? Welcome to episode 236 of Movie Toast News and Reviews. Dennis, I feel like it's been forever since we've done that. I know I say it all the time, but how the hell you doing?
I'm doing pretty damn good, man. Excited to talk some flicks with you. Toast some delicious films over here. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Another fine day in the shed. Fucking... As we're recording, 1:26 a.m., 33 degrees. I'm ready, man. I got my heated clothes on. I got my little heater. What could go wrong? I don't know. Let's find out.
It's supposed to be like 95 degrees all week over here.
Dude, I believe it, dude. Hey, but it's weird. Like, all right, so last time we spoke, I recently had one of the biggest blizzards out here. Crazy snow everywhere. It's all melted. There was a couple of days where it was nice and warm, like in the 70s almost, and it was good. Now it's dipping back down. It's like a yo-yo.
The spring is finally bouncing
it's
back.
peeking its little dick through. It's gonna penetrate. It's gonna be good. But then I got that finite window where it's like I get a little bit of good weather, and then it gets too unbearably hot.
And then it gets right.
And it's not the heat that kills me; it's the humidity. Yeah.
That's just.
But like you said, did you say 95 or low 90s?
92 to 97. It's just fluctuating. Yeah, and they say get ready. There's a chance it could turn into triple digits because of what they're forecasting. I'm like, oh god, I can't believe it. These last couple days, they've just been. There's points of the day where I just feel miserable because we went from just like 70, 95. Fuck you, and
no middle ground.
No. I like a transition period.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't hit those triple digits. But if it does, and you're in these hot temperature areas, you should just stick around for the rest of the show to find out a couple of movies that are streaming and a couple that are in theaters, and beat the heat by staying indoors to watch movies. I guess. Yeah. But before we get there, Dennis, let's get into that news section.
Let us do that.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. 2 your ears in, let's join the loop.
Scoop doop 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 doop. Alrighty then, the loop is happening here, Dennis. Let's get this loop started off right, or maybe not right, depending on who you are, folks. And I'm going to say most people it's not right. Unfortunately for fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, let me retake that because that was messy. Unfortunately for fans of the Buffy the Vampire, why the fuck can't take that one more time? I don't know why it's not coming up. I'm saying it, but it doesn't sound right. Unfortunately for fans of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, I got through it that time, but let me say it one more time for a nice clean loop. The 8th time's the charm, folks. Unfortunately for fans of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, Sarah Michelle Gellar announced on her social media pages earlier this afternoon that Hulu is not moving forward with the Chloe Zhao requel series Buffy New Sunnydale. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, but I don't know. I guess it wasn't up to snuff.
It doesn't. I feel like it's not the end of that story. There's a good chance that something will get reworked, or at least there's a good chance they shop it to someone else depending on how the contract was structured. So
I feel like there should be a lot of clammy hands interested, but I mean, I imagine they also probably went to a bunch of these streamers beforehand, but now they got the proof of concept with that pilot episode. So yeah.
If they refused the state of the current script and the structure of the story and stuff, I feel like that's a good chance that leaves it open for someone else to then take it and run with it. Now that we've got all these other, I don't know, it seems ripe for the picking, especially if
it really does
get a lot of original cast back to show up for it. And if she was on board. So it's like that's kind of the linchpin right there. That's
exactly
really what fucking makes it happen. So.
And this is a rabid fan base that still celebrates this show in droves. So it's like a no-brainer
100%.
that you're going to get the audience. But on the other side, it's kind of nice. I feel like sometimes we do get these kind of reboots or continuation 20, 15 years later, and it kind of flounders. So it's kind of nice that maybe, just possibly, we're not going to get shit just thrown at us for nostalgia's sake. I don't know.
It definitely happens. Those clammy hands keep reaching for things from our childhood too.
That's right. You know what, Jordan? You're right. Clammy hands. That's not a saying, but I'm gonna make it one. One day, people might say it, and if they do, thank God they do, because I mean, I guess they'd be clammy claws. I don't know. Anywho, let's get into the next story here.
Yeah.
Hulu and Fox stunned fans of Family Guy by announcing a new spin-off featuring the youngest member of the Griffin family. That's right, Toasties. Stewie Griffin is getting his own animated series, and here's the logline. After getting the boot from his old preschool, Stewie is forced to enroll in a new one that's not exactly top of the line. It's attended by a handful of kids he doesn't know, and a 75-year-old class turtle with a half-cocked theory on just about every subject. Stewie's miserable, the other kids are miserable, and even the turtle is miserable, until Stewie begins rolling out his trusty array of devices to take them anywhere in space and time, turning every boring day of school into an insane, surreal adventure. I don't know.
Like
I feel like this is 15, 20 years late. Exactly.
Yeah. It's not. And then this turtle already sounds like the character they tried to replace Brian with. That other dog.
Maybe not like a gruff gangster voice, but I can definitely see it.
But yeah, the half-cocked ideas of how things work. Yeah, it's exactly fucking Magic School Bus. No, I'm with you. It does sound like 15 years too late, if not more. But I think there is something to be said about when they actually move forward with a Family Guy spinoff or another show in the Seth MacFarlane universe. They usually end up being pretty decent.
True.
I've been shocked before. I feel like arguably American Dad is the one that's better manufactured now. I
100%.
thoroughly enjoyed the Cleveland show quite a bit, and I was really bummed that it
I'm
didn't
with
get
you.
to carry on because that was very entertaining to me.
That was a great spinoff. Yeah, exactly. It was the same formula, but slightly transformed with a fresher voice. And I will say it was kind of like, all right, I do miss having Cleveland on Family Guy, but at least we'd be able to see him here and there. And that's the weird thing here is, I guess this won't have any bearing on the actual staple show Family Guy. They're not going to mention this new school. And this is only going to be, I guess, like a smaller batch, maybe like 12 to 13 episodes, they're saying. And I don't know. Just seems odd.
I can already hear Seth MacFarlane complaining about having to record more lines. You know?
Right? He's probably going to be the turtle. Couple of other kids in school, maybe.
You're fucking right. Yeah.
And they say Brian's probably going to pop up, of course, because you got to bring Brian and Stewie together.
Dropping him off and picking him up and shit. That's what it doesn't. It's not far enough removed. At least initially, but I get it's like no. Let's try to play into the Rick and Morty audience. Let's try to get some of that over here.
And like they had Solar Opposites and Solar Opposites and Futurama that just haven't hit. And now that you're not on broadcast TV, you can get away with doing more swearing and whatnot. So maybe, like you said, this is their Rick and Morty, and everyone loves Stewie, kind of. And it's interesting because Stewie's changed so much over the years. Like, he went from wanting to kill Lois, wanting world domination. Now he's just kind of doing his own thing. And it's like, all right, so I guess they've kind of zeroed in where they want him to be, but I don't know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It seems like an odd time to be trying to pull this one out, especially with what Ted is wrapping up. So
yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. It's replacing that gap
one with the other. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm going to watch it. I'll probably like it, but it's just going to feel a little off to me. I don't know. Like you said, that was my first thought. Magic School Bus, but instead of Miss Frizzle, you got fucking Stewie.
and a
And
74-year-old turtle.
yeah, as you get.
I guess it's one of those like we just kind of see how it plays out.
Exactly.
I'm a little curious, but I'm not like holding my breath.
No, exactly. I'm with you. All right, so let's go to something else that's a nostalgia grab, but also different. Sir Ben Kingsley has signed on to Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in an undisclosed live-action role. I feel like he's been doing some fun stuff in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Trevor Slattery, so maybe he wants to continue being in that franchise machine and doing wacky characters. Like, I don't know. Looking at him, I'm like, I could see him being related to Robotnik or something, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah. Especially has that delivery, too, of... Or maybe some other... I don't know the Sonic world well enough. Is there another...
I'm with you on that.
You know,
I mean, you got Egghead and then you got Robotnik, but they're kind of the same character, I thought. I don't know.
I thought Dr. Eggman and Robot... Yeah, I thought they were the same.
I thought they were. Yeah.
Or is one the father of the other or something stupid like
maybe.
that? Maybe.
Well, that's the thing that I guess maybe my theory should be flawed because in the last movie we met Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik's grandfather who was also Jim Carrey. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it just seems weird because Sir Ben Kingsley used to be like top of the line indie prestige things, and now he's like just going around doing fun stuff.
I think getting to do this, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Eggman and Robotnik are the same character.
All right, that does make sense then.
But I think it's more he does some of these bigger tentpole things that then allows him to go back and do the more indie sort of actors movies.
That makes sense.
House of Sand and Fog was fantastic, and I thought he did
true.
That. But that is no reason why he can't be in a Iron Man movie, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah.
Was that the first one he was in? Was
that?
Iron Man?
Iron Man, then Shang-Chi, and then the One Shot, and now good old Wonder Man. So yeah, he's doing, and I'd love to see more after watching him in Wonder Man.
Sure.
He is fantastic, but so I guess we'll find out in the next year or so because that movie is going to be coming out probably next Christmas, if I had to guess. So yeah, another round of casting news here. Kate Winslet has been cast as the female lead of Andy Serkis's Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. Now, apparently, this is taking place between The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring, so it's like, I don't know what gap she's going to fill in, but I'm intrigued. She's a prestige actress. It's a big universe.
Yeah. No, I don't know enough about the literary side of it to...
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an established character that people will make sense of, but I still just can't get over that it's the man who played Gollum is actually getting to do the show, like getting to run the show, and it's like that's fantastic.
And it's interesting. He deserves it. He knows that world. But if you look at his track record of movies, he did, I want to say, that movie about Stephen Hawking. A good movie. Then he went and did, I want to say, there was something like a Mowgli movie in the mix. Then he did Venom, the one with Woody Harrelson as Carnage. Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah.
And now he has this Angel Studios animated version of Animal Farm coming out. So it's like, a weird, spotty directing record. Nothing that really screams, let me take over this giant franchise, but why not?
I think at this point, especially like after rattling all those things off, all of them are pretty distinct enough from each other, too. He could just be one of those guys that just like, I needed my projects to all taste different to me when I'm making them, with the exception of the one that probably, really put him on the map, or, at least to me.
Most of the viewing audience
was Lord of the Rings. So, that could be interesting.
Now, the big thing about this that this past week that has been talked a lot about in like social media and podcasts and news articles all online, people are like, oh my God, Elijah Wood's in it. Oh my God, there's talking that this is going to be a trilogy. And it's like, I feel like we were personally talking about this back over the summer. I feel like Ian McKellen said Frodo and Gandalf are back for this new trilogy. And now people are connecting the dots. Like, why was there a weird disconnect? People forgot that? I guess because it wasn't official?
It's known that they know each other, obviously, by the beginning of Fellowship. They have this established history together. So yeah, I guess it's natural. It's like, oh yeah, they don't do the adventuring together stuff yet.
Yeah, it's like Frodo knows about the adventures. He has never
Yeah.
gone on one.
Yeah, he likes hearing the stories and stuff. Which again makes me wonder what this thing is going to be. Then are we
True.
splitting time between? Because wasn't Gollum a hobbit?
Yeah, I think that was hundreds of years before a story, possibly.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's what some people have speculated, that she'll be playing Gollum's mother. And it's like,
So we're, as we're
what?
the flashback to well before the Hobbit. Then, if
I
could
think
be taking
so.
place between those stories, but I feel like you're gonna have to, because if we're gonna get us invested into who or shit, keep saying Gollum, but what was this
Smeagol.
Hobbit? Smeagol. Yeah. Which again,
So
still sounds
maybe
like a
we
foul
might see
creature.
Circus.
Both names are just monsters.
Right. So maybe we might be seeing Andy Serkis in front of the camera besides just mocap in it as well. That'd be kind of nice.
Right. Or do you finally
now-
hand the keys off to someone else? And I don't want to be crawling around fucking around in that suit.
Right? Especially if you don't have to. Use the excuse, I got to be behind the camera. I got to watch it all from Director's Village. Yeah. I don't know. So I guess time will tell, and hopefully we'll get some more casting soon of who's going to be in this thing. But I feel like that's fun seeing her out there. All right.
Definitely. No, it should be great.
Yeah. Rumor has it that Lantern star Aaron Pierre will reprise his role of Jon Stewart in James Gunn's next Superman movie, Man of Tomorrow, and that this very well could be a soft launch into the Justice League. And I mean, this seems like a no-brainer. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm a fan of the actor. I what was that? That
Rebel
action
Ridge?
Yeah, that kicked ass for something that like worked within its budget very, very well. The man held his own. He is an action star. I'm all about it. Yeah.
Now, have you watched, I guess they put a teaser out for Lanterns. I haven't watched it yet, but have you?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I've heard some backlash that it's not green enough and not as they're leaning hard into the true detective aspect of it, opposed to just the superhero. And it's like, it's a teaser trailer. Let it be what it is.
They're also like galaxy cops. Let's not forget the Lantern Corps is their job. Like it's not they're not just the Justice League or the Avengers or whatever the fuck, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they're there. They have a specific task that they respond to. So I think let's use that.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm also not a hardcore like Green Lantern fan.
Sure,
I did
neither am I.
When I was younger, but
I'm sure they're not always just doing this crazy shit. They're doing a job. They're regular people and aliens working a day job that not everyone's gonna love.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess if we're bringing him in, do you think something's gonna happen to? I guess what the fuck's his name? I'm not even gonna ask because I know you didn't see the movie and I'm blanking on the name. So why would I make you pull out a name? I was gonna say. Yeah, the one is Guy Gardner. Yeah, I want to say Guy Gardner. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Guy being played by what's his face from Castle, Nathan Fillion. Like he was in the first Superman movie, and he was starting the Justice Gang by the end of the movie, and he's gonna be in Lanterns. But it's like, are we gonna get more than one Lantern in Superman? That'd be interesting. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because it's been acknowledged there is multiple, even from Earth. Because then you also have Hal Jordan.
Yeah. I think Hal is training Jon Stewart in this Lantern show.
Would be the progression and then the guy who was Lantern when I was reading them was Kyle Rayner, who's the edgy fucking darkness. He was the one that got obsessed with then like killing other Lanterns and taking their
that's dope
because your power starts compounding.
Ooh, man, that should be the show, man. Hopefully that plays in the show.
Oh yeah,
that'd be sweet.
That'd be cool, but it's like I don't know if
you're gonna start your series by killing them. Yeah,
you need to build that up and then work your way up to it. But that would be a cool storyline.
Yeah. Speaking of cool storylines here, Dennis, I think this one's cool. Scooper My Time to Shine recently announced that Sony and Marvel are interested in making a Spider-Man Wolverine team-up movie. Where are you on this? I feel like I know where you're at.
I fucking love it. It's probably two of my favorite, not just Marvel characters, but comic book characters, period. The only one next to those two for me would be like Batman. So,
yeah.
it's...
Now, where would
fantastic.
you see them as friends or foes? Because rumor has it, in the beginning of Doomsday, they're gonna be brawling it out. We're gonna get Jackman and Tobey Maguire duking it out, and they'll eventually die but come back to life by the end and forget what happened. But I don't know if I buy that so much.
It's a battle I would like to watch because I feel like it's something that in the comics, anytime that they've crossed paths in a way where they have fought, it's something where they surprise each other. You can't short Spider Sense, man. Spider Sense fucking beats out a whole lot of other things. when you can predict the movements of the next person seconds before it happens, and you have the agility to get the fuck out of the way, it kind of does a lot. It's one of the most,
especially when you're working with someone
things.
so hand-to-hand combat like Logan is. But he plays dirty, so he'll get a few swipes in there.
Yeah, he's gonna when he gets an open shot, he's gonna fucking take it.
Oh hell yeah! But how do you feel about the fact that Sony seems to be anchoring the Spider-Man movies with the MCU characters? Do you feel like Spider-Man should get his own shining film, or do you think he should keep getting characters from the MCU popping up over in his Sony films?
I don't mind it because I think it's one of the only characters that has been so far removed from everything else. Everyone else has got woven in, even though Spider-Man has been an Avenger. He's been caught up in the thick of the biggest plots and stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Not just the comics, but we've already seen in the movies before too. And they've had to walk that back. I think if they're smart, let's just collaborate instead of dividing all these lines. I think it'll play off a lot better. You'll make a lot more money if you just decide to bring it all into the fold.
So hopefully that does come to fruition. Or, I mean, they're saying Spider-Man. Do you think it would be Peter Parker, or do you think there would be a world where we'd get Miles Morales coming in with Wolverine?
I mean, we haven't seen a live action Miles Morales, so that would
not yet. And we know he's out there. His uncle's been out there in the film, so
yep. I can see. I don't know. I could see it going that way, but I think the initial
probably one of our established.
If they want to play it politically, they're going to make it Peter Parker.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I would still, even if it was Miles, I'd still go see that shit. That sounds awesome too.
Right.
I like both characters, so.
Fair enough. Yeah. So hopefully that comes to happen, because who doesn't want to see those two on screen together in their own film?
That'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like Quentin Tarantino has finished writing his first stage play. It'll be titled The Popinjay Cavalier. And here's the synopsis. Set in 1830s Europe, The Popinjay Cavalier is a rambunctious comedy of deception and disguise, inspired by the grand swashbuckling epics of stage and screen, a sweeping celebration of theater and its heightened romance, told with Tarantino's signature style of unmistakable wit. And the play will premiere in London's West End in early 2027. I don't know. That doesn't really sound Tarantino-ish, but
I will have to argue. To me, it kind of does, because in the film Singing in the Rain, the main movie that they're working on over the course of the film is a swashbuckler like that. And
interesting.
The whole commentary on like how ridiculous, like there's a screening where the audio doesn't sync right and they're arguing, and it's hilarious because it looks like the lady has a dude's voice when she's clearly saying no, but you're hearing the word yes, and then when he's speaking, he's saying, you hear the word yes even though he's clearly,
you get that.
Anyways, blah blah blah.
Sense of comedy, and
but the action is still present. And then there's still the stress of the movie getting made itself. This is also classic Hollywood, like old school Hollywood that we all know he loves and adores. So
true.
To me, it just kind of makes sense, because that was such a pivotal point in the golden age of Hollywood filmmaking. That was a story that would get kicked up a lot in the UK and here in the US. It's ripe for the picking. I think we think of the Westerns and things more often, but in other places, especially in the UK, the swashbucklers were always getting made. So,
but I kind of do like that because we haven't seen that side of Tarantino, and like,
yeah,
I feel like
that's something he
him
hasn't
doing
put
a
on
stage play will
Yep.
also be such a unique, because he has a distinguished voice that you normally, I feel like stage plays are more tame, and his will be more broad and kind of unrelentlessly him, which would be nice.
Yes, yeah, unapologetic in his voice for sure. No,
Yeah.
that is classic Tarantino. So no, it sounds intriguing to me. I'm curious what the reviews are going to be like.
Right.
Obviously, not going to make it out there to see the
No.
shit. So,
But I do wonder if this
I'm
hits
intrigued.
well in the West End, if they'll bring it to Broadway and off Broadway and tour it
Right.
around America. I feel like it's the only logical move. Or do you think they'll do like a Hamilton style thing where they'll record it, release it in theaters first,
see, that's
dip
what
the
I hope.
toes?
I really hope that, because then at least if he ends up having a say in how that is produced, we're getting another added layer of the visual aspects, and the focus will be brought into the shots, the angles, the coverage that he'll want to have covered.
See, because that's the
of
thing.
it
He doesn't have
happening.
control of that on stage, which is interesting. Because in camera, you get to edit the shit out of it and frame fuck it and have your camera, but the audience
Yep.
sees. But I feel like he'll be very meticulous the way he'll kind of direct on stage and what we'll see. And like he's proved with
Yes.
like Hateful Eight and films like that, he can do a contained piece.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I've no doubt he can do a single location, even if it's not a single location. But, the fact that all of your performers are in this one space and nothing's getting to get to change that drastically, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's well within his wheelhouse.
And what do you think? Do you think he'd get like the average staple of like Tarantino's actors in his movies? Do you think we'll get like a Sam Jackson and some of these other guys, or do you think he'll go more like stage actors? Although I guess everyone
Leonardo
kind of
DiCaprio.
does everything nowadays. I don't
I
think he's
think
done it
it's
before. That
more-
could be interesting.
To me, it leans more that direction of I'm sure he could get a lot of his normal corral of performers. But there's going to be a few who just be excited purely for that reason. They're just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I would love to get on stage again. But then,
Right.
there's also there's plenty of extremely talented live stage performers that I'm not necessarily familiar with, especially the
True.
active talent that he would have available then, because I'm sure the character's ages and things would be a big deal. So it's not like a lot of his films have a whole lot of super young performers anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I think that will come into play, especially given the character that's set up for the story here.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get reviews of that early next year.
Be cool. Looking forward to it.
All right, so as we know, initially Jay Roach was supposed to be directing an Ocean's 11 prequel starring Danny Ocean's parents. Then he dropped out, and then Minari and Twister's director Lee Isaac Chung came over to be the director. However, he recently just dropped out. And it's interesting because initially this was going to star Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, but Gosling dropped out and Bradley Cooper came on board. And now it looks like Bradley Cooper is going to be writing and directing this. I don't know. How do you feel about that? It seems like a natural move, I think.
I think the man seems to be more than capable of doing all those jobs at once.
Yeah.
He's got the chops. He's been in the business long enough. It is a beloved property, but we're going in a direction we've never seen before. So I think that leaves a lot of open ground. It's one of those where it's like, generally where it should end, given the environment that needs to exist for our future characters to make the decisions they make. So and I think that's kind of a fun playground to kind of live in. Now you can create some pretty crazy shit to then set the example that is needed for Danny and what's the sister's
Yeah, I
name
forget
again?
her. Yeah. I forget.
The
I
Oceans
forget the sister's
to
name.
then
Yes.
go on their
Right.
journey. So
And what I do respect is the fact that Margot Robbie is producing with her Lucky Chap Productions, and that she's on board, and the fact that she didn't just jump into production. Like, she seems like she's trying to take her time and make something
Right.
that's worthwhile, and not just shit out a basic movie.
yeah. Nice. I
Like-
mean, again, there's someone
Yeah.
else seems to have a pretty strong understanding of the business, and after a very many very successful projects, you must start to recognize when the planets are aligning, and nope, this is the thing. Nope, you gotta jump on that.
Right. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some more info soon. And I guess I'm saying that on everything. I suck at transitions for this part of the show here, Dennis. So I guess let's just move on. Universal is developing a Bon Jovi.
Mr. Bovine Joni himself.
I love that episode. That's what I was thinking. Sorry. Universal is developing a Bon Jovi biopic, which will cover the early years of the band. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got Frank Reynolds trying to convince Bon Jovi's people to put on a free show for him. Oh, God.
No.
Bon Jovi's.
He wants to buy the Philadelphia Spirit Arena football team.
Yes.
That was because at the time, John Bon Jovi owned the team, and I don't think it exists anymore. That whole league doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know Bon Jovi enough to be like, I'm excited, but I know these music biopics are hot. People always jump on board. But do you think there's a good backstory here with this band? I feel like I'm getting sick of these things.
I'm gonna confess something. I might offend some music fans out here. I've never been a big fan of Bon Jovi. I think a lot of their songs are ridiculous and very just like, why is this a thing?
Right.
You're a cowboy and you steal a horse. I don't just shut the fuck up. I've just never been a big fan. Their songs don't really click with me, but I also didn't live through that era and hear all that stuff for the first time. So I'm not going to disparage anyone else's personal
experience. If you're a fan of them, sure.
It's just not my taste. But this is one where I'm like, to me, it's not so steeped in lore, and like, I don't think this is an artist that has, to me,
had the struggles as
much, or the impact, the legacy impact that so many other bands have had that we're still talking about. So many other individual music artists and 2 episodes back when I was talking about the Nat King Cole movie, I'm like, there is a musical artist, or Missy Elliott.
I'd watch a Missy Elliott movie.
I'd watch a Missy Elliott movie too, actually.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Can she work it? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. This one, I almost wanted to leave this one off the list, but I kept it on because I wasn't sure your take. Yeah.
I can see people showing up for it, though.
Exactly.
It's not going to be much of our generation.
True. But, hey, maybe whatever brings asses to seats in the theater, I'm all for. Right. So, yeah. Moving on here. DreamWorks Animation has officially greenlit a sequel to their 2024 hit film, The Wild Robot. The sequel will be an adaptation of The Wild Robot Escapes, which is the second book in the Wild Robot series of children's novels. I guess you can call them that. It's about Roz escaping from a farm that she's working on to get back to her son and friends back on the island from the first movie. I know I don't think you saw it, but honestly, one of the best animated movies of the last 15 years, in my opinion. So I'm really excited for this.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it seems logical to then keep going with the story where it resolved in the first film.
Yes. I mean, they left everything off on a happy note, but it was still sad because it's essentially about, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was about a robot raising a little duckling and or gosling, I guess they're called, and then letting it go off into the world and letting the robot do what she was meant to do. And apparently that clearly isn't going to work because she loves that little fuck. Yeah. All right. But
oh my God, that's great.
Oh man.
Cute.
All right, so for about a year now, we've known the fact that Netflix was developing an animated Ghostbusters movie, but there's been little to no information about the project put out into the world until now. Jeff Schneider of The Insider has recently announced that the title of this is currently going to be called Ecto. Sorry, I can't fucking talk today. Sorry. Ecto as in Ecto 1. And it will be from the perspective of a ghost. Not only that.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're watching The Hunted, I guess, at this point, opposed to The Hunters, which is interesting.
Right.
But not only that, but Netflix is also developing an animated series set in the 90s, and it's during Walter Peck's initial run for mayor.
So, the even realer Ghostbusters, or what the fuck?
Yeah, not the
The
extreme.
even more real, the really extreme real Ghostbusters.
Right. I don't know. I'm more excited about
that's weird.
Ecto. I feel like seeing an animated movie from a ghost perspective being busted could be interesting.
See, what I'm wondering is it supposed to be like? Is it going to be a Slimer like character that is just
I would hope
associated
so.
with the Ghostbusters now? Yeah, because otherwise, like, I'm not watching Ghostbusters for the ghosts.
I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I was watching for Slimer, who wasn't really a character at all. He's more of a mascot. So this get me interested in that. But yeah, if it's just any old ghost, who gives a fuck? I don't know.
Well, I'm more about like the Ghostbusters allure is the Ghostbusters, right? Like it's not the incredible setting or the journeys and adventures ago. No, it's like it's these guys who figured out how to do this fucking crazy thing that no one else seems to really have a grip on tackling the same problem.
And the theme song isn't getting busted makes me feel good. It's bustin' makes me feel good. I mean, the ghost ain't bustin'. Unless, what if it's a ghost that's going to ghost bust? Like, he's like a self-hating ghost.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, what happened? I mean, we've already seen that happen in one of the movies.
That's true. In Afterlife.
Ghost did come back to help bust the ghost. So that
made him feel good.
He didn't need to be busted, though. He was just doing
true.
more busting.
Yeah.
Now, I feel really filthy saying that all of that train of thought out loud, but that is.
Well, you didn't
just
talk about the fact that he was
used.
busting in front of his young granddaughter and his daughter and his grandson. He left that part out, so it's not as filthy as it could have been.
Oh, my God.
And then he gave a good old hug to his granddaughter after busting.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Either way.
Yep.
I'm intrigued because I think Ernie Hudson is associated. I'm gonna move on from this for you because I know you feel dirty. I could dig deeper somehow, but I'm not gonna.
Hey, that 80-year-old man has been crushing it in the gym. I'm glad
he's muscle bound galore. Hell yeah.
That guy's badass. That's
dude. Give me all of the Hudson you got.
Ernie Hudson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think we'll get others? Do you think we'll get like I know Aykroyd? He's never gonna leave that franchise, so I could see him coming back. But do you think Bill Murray would come back to voice?
He has before. I think if it's the right now, if it's regularly voicing characters, not at all. If it was something like a cameo, maybe someone else is voicing his character, but like then he does some other throwaway one-line thing that if you know if you know his voice, you'll recognize he was there. But I don't think Bill Murray is going to be up
Although
for,
I'm saying this, but
animated stuff.
But I guess he did do 2 Garfield films, so I didn't think of that when I asked. But that was, 15, 20 years ago? Yeah.
And that was...
Tale of Two Kitties didn't leave a very good taste in his mouth, I bet.
I don't think so.
No.
He has the
Flabby
temperament.
Tabby would have done it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've exhausted the ghost busting aspect of the show today.
We busted this story.
Yeah, we did.
It doesn't feel good anymore.
No, but you know what feels good to me, Dennis? Fresh off the success of Hoppers, Disney and Pixar has announced that they are working on a 3rd entry into the Monsters, Inc. franchise. Some might say, do we need this? And I say, yeah, damn right we do.
As long as if it's our classic guys, I'm here for it.
We got Goodman and Crystal. Dude, when I was at Disney Springs a couple of weeks ago, they were hawking fucking Monsters University shit. I almost got a Monsters University cardigan, but I didn't because I fucking heamed and hawed over what I wanted to get, and then the store closed. But they're still killing it over there. But my thing is, I hope that this is more of a sequel. I mean, I know we have the Monsters at Work show that they pop up in. I never watched because it looked kind of lame. If they're not the main center, I don't give a fuck. But I'm kind of hoping maybe they go back and visit Boo. I want some more Boo in this bitch.
Right. Now Boo's like some sort of human liaison to like...
She's
grown up and then is now just like, no, there's this other world that we need to acknowledge. There's this thing that's going on.
Right.
But we need to kind of like it's the limited number of humans that are aware of the other side, and now we need to protect the monsters. Like we can't let the worlds blend too much because that will people freak
it's
out.
gonna fuck up their whole business. Yeah. We saw what happened when a fucking human. Although, I guess that could be an interesting twist on it. We saw what happened when a human entered their world, but what happens when they enter the human world and it's not just to I don't know. I'm not a Pixar person, but they'll know better than us.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah. I don't know. I was excited, but I guess I'm more excited to hear what the story's going to be. But they're in early development of that.
Yeah. Filling more of that out. I'm curious to see what that ends up being. That's pretty broad.
Yeah, very broad. Especially who would think, let's do a prequel. Yeah, all right, we're moving on.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. I just thought I saw a shot. Tried to take it. See, now I'm batting a fucking 1,000 with the transitions here, so.
This is a very tough episode, folks. It's not always this janky. Just sometimes. We'll use the excuse. It's like 2 a.m. my time. I'm sleepy. That's my excuse. It's a bad false excuse. But anywho,
it's a good one.
Andor writer Bo Woolman has been hired to write a Game of Thrones movie. Rumor has it that the film will be centered on Aegon the First Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and the man who spawned the Targaryen dynasty. I don't know. I feel like the way the show ended, not so hot, but then I feel like they've bounced back with these 2 other series. People really like them. How do you feel? Do you think it's time to make a full-blown movie without our main cast?
At this point,
new characters.
Why not? I loved Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And then House of the Dragon. I also was like, oh, how's this going to be being like 150 or 200 years before, whatever? No, it was more than that. Like 300 years before Game of Thrones.
Damn.
Like, is it going to be weird that we don't have certain characters? No, it doesn't fucking matter because all of these legacy families, they are in their places for a reason.
That's true.
The Targaryens are a name for a reason. I'm excited to see all the stories why they are known as who they are. Because by the time those who watched Game of Thrones, by the time we get there, it's like it's stories. Most of the family's been killed off. They've been exiled to a fucking foreign land across an ocean, and they're living with the people who are afraid of the ocean. Like it's wild, but there used to be so many more of them. They used to be the most powerful family and all this stuff, and I like this. I like the direction it's going. I don't know. It sounds like fun to me, and I think we've seen it's so much more about writing interesting characters in this well-established world, and that's it. That's
true.
They find incredible performers who've done great jobs playing all these varying characters. We don't need people to come back. As much as I like the cast that we've had before, one of the things I like about these series is it's still fun to just go back and watch them again. I don't need cameos from this and that person. It's like, no, they did their part. They carried their part.
See, I guess they're kind of doing what Star Wars can't do. Star Wars is so hooked on the fucking Skywalker name that even now Rey is a Skywalker. So any Rey movie is going to be associated with Skywalker. But this, like you said, we know the lore.
Back into that.
Yeah. So, I think you're right. And to see the scope of what they can do on HBO times 100 to be on the big screen, that sounds pretty badass.
And I truly hope it actually goes to the big screen. It isn't just a streaming release. That would be amazing to finally see.
That would be a slap in the face.
Yeah, come on now. I think they've earned it at this point. It's such a cinematic series to begin with.
Right. For
I'd
sure.
love to see that.
Well, speaking of cinematic universes here, Dennis, a few weeks ago, Aliens fans were dealt a bad hand when they found out that Fede Alvarez wasn't coming back to direct Alien Romulus, and we kind of speculated on who could take over that franchise. Well, now rumor has it that A Quiet Place Day 1 director Michael Sarnowski will be taking over the directing duties of this Alien franchise, and I feel like that's pretty good hands to leave it in. He made a prequel,
I understand suspense. That's the whole point. Like anticipation. That this is all of the emotions you should be experiencing watching an alien movie. These seems to be well practiced at that, or at least has done it on a large scale before. So,
yeah.
I loved Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little anxious about
fine.
Why do we need a direct sequel to that specific movie and not just keep expanding the world out of the series? And
that's so true. Because I mean, we hit big with Alien Earth. That was a success. We hit big with Romulus. Why not continue seeing different stories told, and then later on come back and do a sequel if need be?
And then
maybe that's what they're doing.
The other ones too. I liked Prometheus. I liked the directions they're going with the Predator films, and they're still acknowledging the worlds are actually connected. These are interwoven stories. They're just far apart from each other, both physically and chronologically. But then to have all of that Weyland-Yutani shit in the last Predator movie, I'm like, well, yeah.
Did you get to it yet? I know it's over on Max, and awesome.
Yep.
Did we talk about that? No.
Yeah.
Did we? We did?
I
thought
not.
I did.
Fuck.
Ooh, we should toast that sometime together.
I watched it and then
I'd love to hear your take.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. You bastard.
I'm like, I didn't even realize. Like, oh shit, I guess I did. I was. I think anytime where I'm like starting to cook a meal while the movie's going, I kind of like write it off in my head of like, but I didn't watch every minute. You know, like I had to look away, but I was still listening. And I yeah.
All right, well, what's it say? You like it? Was it good? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I loved it.
All right.
That was cool.
Dude, what about that ending, huh, man? The way it connects to...
See what Mama's up to.
Right.
Mama's pissed.
Oh, yeah. That's not Dad, that's Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, oh, God, that was good.
You think Dad was bad?
All about that.
Fuck yeah. Well, I think you're going to be all about this next one, possibly, Dennis, because we've talked about it before. Arnold Schwarzenegger has announced that he and Christopher McQuarrie are developing a King Conan movie over at 20th Century Studio. He said, it's a great old story that Conan was 40 years as a king, and now he gets forced out of the kingdom, and there's conflict, of course, but somehow he comes back, and there's all kinds of madness, violence, magic, and creatures, and stuff like that. And now, of course, there's all kinds of special effects. Not only that, but he confirmed that Dan Trachtenberg wants him to come back and star in the next Predator movie like we were just talking about. And a script was recently completed for Commando 2. I feel like two of those are exciting and one is very questionable.
I have a hard time seeing him doing Commando 2.
Yeah.
To be honest, another Predator movie. I mean, it'd be cool. But King Conan, this is what I've been waiting for a long time.
They've been teasing it since the end of the last one.
When we were in college, he did a promo shoot where they actually like put him in costume, and he had the beard and everything. Like he had the ornate throne and stuff, and holding the sword, which I love. For those of you who aren't watching, the thumbnail that Adam has used for the story here is from the second, I believe it's from the second Conan movie.
Conan the Conqueror.
I think it's the beginning. It's the beginning. It's
because he's telling the story.
He's been, and now here's how he became. You know, you get the whole narrator.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, he's a king now, but you should hear about how he fucking became king.
Right.
But I know this.
I'm wondering.
Explored in comics and novels and things. So
whole run.
Intrigued by this.
And he's the right age, although. Crazy to think, he's almost 80, but he still kicks ass. And a lot of people are like, well, he did all the fucking Terminator movies, and those weren't good. But those weren't good movies in general, so the audience stood away. And sure, some of the other stuff were smaller, and most people didn't know they existed. But Conan is something that a lot of people in our age range and slightly older do know. Maybe the kids don't know him, but I feel like this is gonna make some money if it happened. And Chris McQuarrie, the guy that did the last 4 Mission Impossible movies, and the man that brought back Tom Cruise in fucking Top Gun Maverick. He was one of the writers of Maverick. He can use that style to make a Conan movie, and like Conan says,
he has a good understanding of how to incorporate a legacy actor in a role that it may not seem to make sense to have them come back and do it again. But I would argue Conan the Barbarian's probably one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. As much legacy as his other.
That's probably like the second biggest one that he has.
It is, but it just from a filmmaking standpoint, it did so many incredible things. All like in-camera effects and the locations and the wardrobe and just I love this long drawn-out journey that the character goes on, and it's brutal. Yes, the other movies are intense and brutal too, but they start to use a lot of gimmicks, and I feel like we started to see the actor repeat similar characters from one film to the next. We've never really seen another. He's not done Conan a bunch of times. He did Conan twice. There were other sword and sorcery style films, or what's the other name? Sword and Sandal
type films.
Yeah,
but I like to.
But
there's been some, and I feel like especially if fucking He-Man does good or Masters of the Universe does good this summer, there's no way this movie won't get made, in my opinion, if that isn't a flop.
And and then every once in a while we get more things. We go back to other mythological, not quite the same genre, of course, if we're splitting hairs. But when there was that Rock Hercules movie from
which was surprisingly better than I thought it would be.
And then you get Clash of the Titans and those.
Didn't see those.
Spin-off one. It's like there's still Titans. The audience will still show up for those things, but this is such a profound legacy behind it. And I would say the first and second Conan films are still very good movies to watch. I still enjoy that. Yeah, they're still fucking great. So I mean,
case in point, you reviewed. I want to say last season you reviewed the first Conan movie. I think, didn't you?
I think I did both. Because I remember loving
and the video game.
I played. Yeah, that was fun. Which there have been a few of those. I only did the survival. The survival one, not the. I think there is another action Conan game, but they're still making shit for that. That game is still active too.
That's what I'm saying. You got video game franchise of it works, comic book series of it that works. So why wouldn't you want to bring it back to the big screen? And that's the only thing that scares me about it being a 20th Century Studios film. Most of their films are being dumped onto Hulu, but still, if we get it, we get it. Even if it's not on the big screen, still be nice to see happen.
That would be that's. I think that one might be forgivable. I would still just want to see it regardless. I'd prefer to see it in a big screen, but at this point, honestly, I would just be excited to see a screening of Conan the Barbarian in a theater.
True,
just for fun. Yeah. And then I forget there was another. They did remake it, didn't they? And that was not.
They did with Jason Momoa.
Not the same. Yeah. Especially when it's they jumped into his journey already. He was already Conan, I kind of like that idea. We're hearing the tales of Conan more than he's already been a pirate. He's already been a governor. He's already or whatever. He's already done too many things.
All this rigmarole.
I want to see the journey.
And now the beauty of this is we know he's done it for 40 fucking years, and he has to prove himself again and reclaim his throne. You don't get that with many 80-year-old men doing that.
Awesome. And I'm all about especially if it's still going to be this actor, then I want to see how that is accomplished.
Right. And with Chris McQuarrie here, having such personal ties working on Mission Impossible, what if fucking Tom Cruise was the one that took the throne away, and then we got Tom Cruise on Arnold action? Or is that just kind of lame? Because clearly one of those guys is buff. And one's just
I think those are too big of egos to have in the same movie.
True.
It's Tom Cruise would never do an Expendables. It was amazing they even got the people they did to do those movies.
True.
I just don't know if that whole AI video clip of the Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. I'm that'll never fucking happen. But we can hope.
My only thought is because Chris McQuarrie, but who would you want to see? I could see maybe a Jason Momoa taking on fucking Arnold or something like that. Two Conans coming head to head, man. I don't know.
Or maybe a Alan
or a lady
Richardson.
Oh yeah, Alan Richardson.
It's just that physical presence of. Well, that's one of the things I also liked about James Earl Jones in the first movie is it wasn't necessarily just his physical appearance, but it was the lore, the mythos surrounding him, and then his like inherent magical ability too made him terrifying.
True.
So
like you were talking about the fact that they remade it. One movie that they talked about for years was Red Sonja, and then they made a Red Sonja that came out last year, very limited. Looked like dog shit in the trailer. I really enjoyed it. I saw it while it was in theaters, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was going to suck so bad, but it was a fun time, man. Like,
totally forgot about that too. That's funny.
Like, because she's in the realm of fucking Conan, right? Red Sonja?
Isn't it? Yeah, I want to say yes, but they're also separated by either like a considerable amount of time, where it's like the same. I forget the name of the realm, like the land that they're on. But I want to say she's from the same place. But their stories don't necessarily like
cross
overlap
paths
logically, or it could be one of those things where like that's when Conan was king, sitting on his throne, and I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Or,
I don't know. Honestly, so yeah.
I just don't think it was ever a thing where they never fought side by side. They never adventured together, but they existed in the same world. I believe is an accurate statement.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Of course, we've talked ad nauseum, I think, about him coming back for Predator. We'd love to see it. But Commando 2, I don't get. But if it was like that character in a nursing home and he has to fucking kick ass, I'd like that. But I don't know. Is there any world where you think Commando 2 starring Arnold Schwarzenegger would ever be made? I don't think that's happening.
Alyssa Milano to come back and...
It's his daughter, right?
Yeah. It's like it's like a really early acting role for her. That fucking hilarious montage of him just like chopping wood, building a cabin. And now we're feeding a deer. Come here, daughter. We're going to feed the deer.
What a good time the 80s were.
Oh, it was great. I wouldn't know. I lived in them for like 3 months, so.
Yeah, I was there for a year-ish, and I remember it all so well, Dennis.
Yeah, I was about to say, so you have
much.
Might have a memory.
All right, well, I do have a memory of last episode, and of course on this show, we like to harken back to the previous episode by doing a little thing we like to call polls.
Polls.
All right. On episode 235, Dennis, you reviewed The Hunger Games. So I wanted to know, out of Die My Love, No Hard Feelings, Silver Linings Playbook, and Winter's Bone, which was the Toasty's favorite Jennifer Lawrence film? Any takers for you here?
Winter's Bone, because that fucking stuck with you for a while afterwards. For me,
dude, I hadn't seen that, but I caught it on TV at one point, I caught it somehow recently. Like, I think my mom was watching it at one point, and I'm like, wow, this is a pretty intense fucking movie, dude. And she was young back then too, wasn't she?
Yep.
Wow.
I'll never forget this. You could reach on down there, grab your daddy's hand. Oh God! And she played it. She did such an incredible job of putting all of those emotions on screen too. It makes it like she doesn't not deserve the accolades that she really receives throughout her career, and that it's like
that's gnarly role. I like the lightheartedness of Silver Lining Playbook, but for me, I think it was the surprise of seeing her do a hard comedy with no hard feelings that really won me over. But I feel like the audience didn't come out for that.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a flop, and I'm like, why?
Ready to see her that way, even though she's done comedy before, but not like you said, not that hard. So interesting. Yeah.
And what's the other film I put on here? Fucking Die My Love. Oh, I wanted to die watching that movie. It was bad.
I'm surprised Mother isn't on here.
Mother? Yeah, man. Oh,
your Buster Blue.
Oh, God. It's just, I love when they add exclamation marks to the title of a movie. It's like, why?
How am I supposed to say
But oh man, if Buster was in that movie, not the actor, but
Not Tony
Buster
Hale,
himself.
but like
Yeah.
Buster Bluth.
Dude, that would make that movie much better. Fucking, what a fucking wild clusterfuck that movie was, man.
So fucking weird.
Oh, painful.
And I forget, it's funny, there was something, I was looking up some actor, and they had their third or fourth credit of what you may know them from was Mother. I'm like, you were in that movie? I barely remember anything went beyond the two main cast.
Yeah, there was a lot of random people coming and going in that film.
That was ridiculous.
I remember that was high on Sarah's list of movies, because she barely ever wants to go to see a movie, and we went to see that, and it was like, what the fuck was that? Even the other day, she's like, why do people work with that guy that made Mother? I'm like, you don't get it. He's a fantastic director. He just makes fucking crazy movies.
Yes.
She's like, I don't know why people want to work with him. I'm like, but I don't know. It's hard to explain if you don't get it. His work, Aronofsky, but
Emily Hampshire, I forgot she was what the fuck? So I had to go back and look at this cast. I'm like, all of these people who are in this, I'm like, where?
Isn't it a whole cult lives at their house essentially at one point?
Eventually, yeah.
So that's probably where this cast pops up.
Yeah, when they eat the baby or whatever the fuck that is.
Oh my god, dude.
Sometimes
I wonder where Mother would have been on the list. Michelle Pfeiffer, Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Donald Gleason, whoever the fuck Brian Gleason is. Boy. Yeah, I don't really know anybody else in the cast, but it's a big cast. I don't know. So let's find out what the Toasties said. 0% for Die My Love. All right, that's cool. Very sexual. She got very, very sexual in that movie. That's the only upside of that one. 0% for Silver Lining Playbook. If you want to see boobies and it's hardcore in that one. Silver Linings Playbook 0%.
Playbook? Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I think we're talking about the last movie still.
Yeah. Sorry about Die My Love. My apologies.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Ocean's movie here. 50% for No Hard Feelings and 50% for Winter's Bone. The first time both of us have had different choices, and they were both selected in the top choice. I feel good about that one.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, also on episode 235, I reviewed Scream 7, a movie everyone hates except for me. So I wanted to know, out of... I didn't write down my fucking choices here, folks. So I'm gonna hide that. I can. Out of Wild Things, fucking The Craft, Scream, and Skyscraper. Which of those was the Toastie's favorite Nev Campbell movies? Because most of the Toasties were alive in the '90s when she was thriving, and most of those movies came out.
Look, I'm gonna have an answer.
They're just big fans of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have an answer, and I'm not gonna feel any shame about saying it, but I'm gonna say Wild Things just because it is so fucking ridiculous, and it's one of those. To me, it's kind of a so bad it's good. I'm like, so many people put so much effort into this, and they made so many of them. Why?
And I think didn't they make a Wild Things show, or maybe not? I thought they might have recently.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was a series.
Who was the co-star in that one? It wasn't the Sarah Michelle Gellar, right? No, that was
no.
I'm thinking of something else here. Wild Things, because this is when my ignorance comes out here, man. Denise Richards. Okay, well, she was still in Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, Bill Murray. All right, this is where the truth comes out. I've never seen Wild Things, and I kind of regret that because I know back in the day that was big talk.
It hasn't been released yet.
Oh, so they are actually
still filming it. And Apple TV Plus limited series.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
that makes sense.
No. That is something else entirely. Something else entirely. There is a Siegfried and Roy biographical series titled Wild Things.
That I don't know if you've seen the stills. Andrew Garfield and who the fuck is it? Jude Law.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. They look pretty dope. That's going to be a good show, I think.
I would check it out. I would definitely check that out. Because there's another thing from the 90s that I feel like people don't realize just how big an impact they had.
Oh, Siegfried and Roy were everything.
The fucking cartoon series they had, like ridiculous.
And the Lion.
The Wild Things. Movie.
Oh yeah,
It's I think it's worth watching. Just don't expect much, and it's just
you go for the titillation, right?
Creep the fuck out though. But these are high school students with their teachers, and then all of these weird interwoven plots of murder and blackmail and all this stuff. It gets wild. It's
things
in the Florida Everglades.
Oh boy, where else do things get wild besides the Everglades? Yeah, I was gonna say Florida, but I didn't want to do that to our Floridian.
Calling you out, Florida.
All right, he's doing it. I'm not. Anywho, I did say the Everglades because there's multiple. Anyway, for me, I really did dig The Craft, and I still do dig it. And I never watched the spin-off movie, the sequel movie they did, The Legacies, even though I like the director who did that one and writer. But Scream, I love Scream. I know I think you hate Scream. We talked about that last week. Yeah. But if I was to leave Scream off of it, Skyscraper, it would have been The Craft. Something about a coven of young women in high school. I dug it. And I went to one of those anniversary screenings they had back at fucking, where was it? The New Art? No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The movie still holds up in my opinion, I guess I say. But let's find out what the Toasties have to say. I don't know why I got a cough in my throat. Sorry. I have a mute button, but I didn't use it. Fuck me. 0% for your choice of Wild Things.
It's so bad.
Right?
So bad.
But back then, it was like the coolest movie ever, man. It's just dope. 0% for Skyscraper.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, no shock there. 20% for my choice in The Craft, and 80% for Scream. I almost wanted to leave Scream off.
It doesn't shock me at all. Yeah, it's going to command the most, that makes sense.
It's always in the zeitgeist. There's no getting away from Scream. Yeah,
no, there isn't.
But
as much as I'd like to, that will never happen. So.
The genius of Scream, though, as I was going back trying to pull some picks here, the fact, sorry folks, if you've never seen Scream, spoiler alert for a movie that's 7 deep at this point and a television series, they marketed the shit out of it as if Drew Barrymore was a main character in all the posters. She's like the lead in this fucking poster here.
She's she's the closest in the foreground.
Yeah,
of that too. That's great.
And she's normally like the woman in the little silhouette too. Normally, I think, but they kill her off in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's a ballsy move. And now, when you see the first kill in the movie, you know it's just the celebrity cameo coming in, so they can't pull that shit anymore.
I do love playing that though. That was a smart move, and that was a fun really throw your fucking audience off. Everyone knows who Drew Barrymore was at that point.
And they're going for her.
Yeah, exactly. To then do that, that's a great off step to put your audience into. Now they're anxious about everything, about every interaction, about every character. I'm like, it could be
no one's safe.
But then it goes so far. That's where you lose me. I'm like, you do that to a fault. I'm like, you could kill someone off just to have them come back. I'm fine. No, fuck you.
Oh, dude, you would not like these last 2 movies. That's every character. We've been stabbed 18 times in the spine, but guess what? We're back and we're making jokes by the end of the movie.
Or for some reason, when I have this mask on, I have superhuman strength and powers. Like, what is this about?
I don't know why I like that franchise so much, but I do. Something about it? Nostalgia? I don't know.
Everyone's got their flavor. Yeah.
Exactly. But let's try to give some people a new set of flavor here with a little thing we like to call reviews.
Ice camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist with bling.
Alrighty then, scientists with bling. Let's play that thing, Dennis.
Scientists, yes.
You're here with the movie.
Speaking of science, let's talk about the energy crisis in the 70s.
Oh.
His name is Bond, James Bond. He's taken you on 8 of the most exciting adventures in motion picture history. Now, get ready for the greatest 007 adventure of all, starring Roger Moore as James Bond, 007. The Man with the Golden Gun. It's loaded with the most dangerous Bond villains, the most beautiful Bond women, the most incredible Bond action ever.
He has a powerful weapon. He charges a million a shot. Assassin with a second to none. The man with the golden gun. We'll get it done with his gun.
Don't miss Roger Moore in The Man with the Golden Gun. Rated PG.
Oh, right. Yeah, so I think I've mentioned this in the past on the show before, but this was one of the James Bond movies that I liked watching as a kid. I had it on VHS, so I'd watch it multiple times. It's telling the story of James and this is our 9th film in the series so far, and he was on a mission where he was trying to find a missing energy scientist, because at the time Great Britain was having it. There was an energy shortage, energy crisis that was going on in real life that was being mirrored in this film world. So after the scientist goes missing, the MI6 receives notice that they get shipped a gold bullet with James's agent number etched into it, 007. So it's widely acknowledged that this is a message from a notorious and incredibly deadly assassin named Scaramanga that is played by the wonderful Christopher Lee, who honestly in many ways sort of steals every scene he's in, because he's such a good bad guy, and he's so good. His presence is so great on screen. But this is the movie that I think got me to. I used to say Roger Moore is my favorite Bond, between this and Moonraker, the wildly over the top Bond films. But I love the sort of, I kind of like the comedy edge that he brings to it, and way he carries the character. This one it's a classic globe-trotting Bond film. They go on some gorgeous locations between the real world, Bangkok and Hong Kong.
Nice.
Him trying to follow the trail of this, and not only is he trying to find the scientist, but he's trying to watch his own back, knowing that this assassin's coming for him. And it's this convoluted storyline of, they find out there is a device that has been created that can harness the energy of the sun to create essentially unlimited energy as a resource, but it's being used for bad things. Apparently it has been developed into a sort of weapon instead of it being like a power plant.
As would happen in real life. People would make a weapon out of it.
Yeah, that would be what you would do first. Even though we've seen similar stories in other Bond films, I do enjoy this funky sort of mix of characters and things. We get like I said, not only do we get Christopher Lee, but there is Hervé Villesandre, who is in like the Fantasy, like the original Fantasy Island TV series.
The plane.
Exactly. Yep, that's him. He plays like the right hand man to Scaramanga. There is a couple of callbacks to a really obnoxious character who has come up in another Bond film when he was in Louisiana. I forget which. That was like 3 or 4 films back. He comes back as he and his wife are on vacation in Bangkok for some reason, and gets into his crazy
reason.
They do an incredible car stunt where they actually did jump a car over a river in a corkscrew pattern. Fucking cool, all in camera, like it's all a single take, even if it has stupid sound effects they lay over it. It's entertaining. It's ridiculous though. There's a lot of humor in here that obviously did not age well. The womanizing is cranked up to the umpteenth degree, to where it gets a little nauseating a few times, to the point to where even the way they wrote his handler character, Goodnight, she's
Goodnight.
There's like, I hate even using the phrase, but in the jokey way that they would say it, like in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, she's the useless chick that's even more useless than normal. And it's just like, oh, come on. I see it now, but I have to say, I still kind of had fun watching it. But really what does it is the villain. the fact that we had a bad guy who is basically just as skilled, if not more skilled than James himself. He had the drop on 007 3 or 4 times. He could have killed him. And to the point to where he started to, you find out he's obsessed over one day getting to go toe to toe with the infamous spy with the license to kill himself.
Nice.
It's a fun. I still think it's kind of a fun trip. It's pretty long in the tooth though. There's multiple scenes that have no fucking business even being in the movie. You could cut out so much, and the story will still make perfect sense. There's a lot of drawn out, a whole fight sequence there's almost no dialogue, where he's got to fight through this whole like karate school.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's silly, but I still think I can have fun with it. I'm glad I did.
Ain't no shame in that.
It's been a long time since I watched it, and I did have to do it in two viewings because I'm like, this took.
I love it so much, but it's so long and hard to watch.
It's more the nostalgia factor for me, I think, than anything. And I do respect that this was also, in an era that you didn't get to fake a lot of stuff. There was a lot of cool stunts. There was a lot of things that happened in camera.
People's lives were in danger.
Yeah, the locations were real for the most part. It's as well as having the classic, the original Q. That actor was great when all of the old Bond films. Actually, he was in most of them, so it's more than any other. I think almost more than any other actor until he died.
Damn.
There's no one else that has appeared in more Bond films than the actor that played Q. I'm pretty sure. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to believe it.
George Lazenby. He's been in one, and that one was so good he couldn't do any more.
Jesus, right?
Lazenby for the win.
No, he can run a grocery store that gets shot up by
Sergeant Angel has to come and save the day.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so glad you got that. Okay, yeah, it's. I think it's fine. There's definitely a lot better Bond films.
I feel like you're trying to sell yourself on it. You were all gung ho, and now you're like, I think it's fine.
It's.
I thought we are going into this is one of the finest Bonds out there. The way you were talking.
Oh no! I just gotta. It's exciting to talk about it, but there's also like so much better too. This is not. I think when people think of Roger Moore Bond, they're thinking of Moonraker. They're not thinking of Man with the Golden Gun.
I think of the Golden Gun because I think of GoldenEye, the fucking setting, the Golden Gun, the man with the golden gun in the game.
Sure,
that's why I like to think of that.
And
One hit kill.
I do like that it establishes like the lore of the character, even having the gun. He was so good at killing people with this crazy, and it's like if you're not familiar with the film, Toasties, it's not a like gun. It's a hidden gun that's made of a pen, a lighter, and a cigarette case that he then has to assemble, and that is so that way you never know he has a weapon on him at any given moment or not. But he's good with any pistol. He worked in a circus act when he was a child, and that's when he witnessed an animal being, I believe it was his favorite elephant was being abused and then killed. So
Jesus.
he then killed the man who did it and found out, oh, as much as I love animals, turns out I love killing people even more.
What a psychopath. You gotta love that.
Christopher Lee, man, is so great. Scaramanga. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You can watch The Man with the Golden Gun on Netflix right now, as well as most of the James Bond catalog. I'm going to give The Man with the Golden Gun 2 slices of toast. I think it would be a lot more if it was shorter, but there's
maybe we hear
so
that 2 clicks happen. I don't know.
I think that will.
Sorry.
2 slices. There you go.
I missed the clicks, my friend. I'm sorry.
It's all
Before
good.
we move on, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Please continue. I just need to hear the clicky clicks.
I completely lost my train of thought. I do not remember.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll take us out of this.
Fun, but not great. I'll say that.
Fair enough. All right, my next movie is a Baz Luhrmann movie, man. Epic. Elvis Presley in concert.
There's a new crowd out there. It's got to be like the first time we go on.
Hard way to make a living, you know. It's really, really tough.
If you feel it, you can't help but move to it.
Hey, the light's on. I can see you. Hello out there. Hello.
All right, so I'm going to get this right out in the beginning. I am not an Elvis Presley fan. I've never really dug deep into his oeuvre of music. But then looking it up, he wrote and recorded almost 700 or 800 tracks while he was live. So that's crazy. But I saw the Baz Luhrmann Elvis. I saw the fucking Priscilla movie. So I'm like, all right, those were decent. I mean, the man is the king of rock and roll. And I saw the trailer, and it looked all right. But I'm like, I don't know.
The man himself. At least this time you're actually seeing the guy.
Exactly. And it's like, people were saying this is a very good concert flick, a good documentary. And I'm like, you know what? I see everything I say, but let's put my money where my mouth is. Let's go see this. And I'm happy I did, man. This is, it's something, man. Like, they have footage from like everything essentially. Like there's home footage of him, but we don't dive too deep into it. Well, we start off, he talks about his music, then he gets drafted, then he talks about doing movies and not being happy with the quality of movies and feeling like he fell out of touch with his audience, and then starting his residency in Vegas, and that's where most of the stuff is happening. Like we're watching as he's like rehearsing, we're watching as he's performing, we're watching different nights of different performances, we're getting interviews, we're getting so much intercutting happening, but it's seamless. And this is film from back then, and it looks crystal clear. Like it looks 4K. It looks like modern. Like it looks like it's happening in front of you. Like the quality of the video and the sound is just so sensationally stellar. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
And you feel like you're in the shit because you're watching all of this, and then you're in the green room with them afterwards, watching as he's like just talking it up with all the people who came to visit him. We're seeing how he's always on. Like he's talking about like, I got to put on a show that like justifies people showing up. Like they can't just see me singing. I got to put on the show or it's not worthwhile. And every night it's something different. And like he did, I think it was like 1,100 shows, and there would have been more if he didn't die. And he changed it up all the time. He would change the music. He changed the style of music, and you can just see like it's intense. You're seeing beads of sweat, like. And some of it's like, okay, yeah, this guy is giving it his all. But then there's some points where he seems a little out of it, and it's like, well, yeah, he's fucking singing and dancing and doing all. But then it's like, the drugs are lurking in the background. So it's like, and there's interviews in here where people are like, what do you see in the future? He's like, well, I've only played in America. I'd like to go play in all these different countries and this and that. I'd like to do more movies that are better than what I did before. The man had aspirations and dreams, and he was on the top of the world. He was doing like 2 to 3 shows a night. And it's like, all right, we're watching this guy on his like lowest point, but he's still on the top of the world. But it's so tragic because it's eventually going to end so soon. But watching the liveliness and just the raw emotion and just how vibrant this guy was, it was insane to watch. And like, I don't even know how much footage Baz Luhrmann had to have seen to put this together, because like there's so much happening, and it is just insane. And like normally when you're in a movie and you get credits, at the end of the credits is always music. This was the craziest set of music for the end of a movie. Like, I want to say there easily could have been 100 like fucking songs, and you're watching most of these songs being performed in the movie. I mean, they might be abridged and cut, but it's like you're getting. If you're an Elvis fan, this is like a wet fucking dream, something you never expected. And like, it's interesting because it works as a documentary. It works as a concert film. It works as like a preservation of history. There's so much this movie's doing, and it's all him raw. Like, it's astounding. And
I've only been hearing good things about this.
Oh, dude, I'm pissed that I didn't see it when it was doing its week run in IMAX, because seeing this in IMAX would have been
That'd be cool.
Mind blowing. I just saw this in a regular theater. And it's only an hour and 36 minutes, but it fucking flies by, dude. Like, I thought I was going to be bored. I saw this at, like, I want to say 10 o'clock on a fucking Thursday night, and I stood to the very end of the credits. I was mesmerized. And honestly, I might go and check out some of his music. All I equate Elvis with is, like, Impersonators in Vegas and Lilo and Stitch. That's the sadness of me, man. But this gave me a newfound glory for Elvis Presley, and I understand why people love him so much. He was a showman who was one of the finest there ever was.
Oh, for sure. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I just gotta go check out Kissin' Cousins.
Ooh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they did play clips of his music.
Yeah.
Clips of his movies.
Yeah.
And, like, they were cheesy looking, but I'm like, I kind of want to go back and watch these things. Like, they look interesting. Like, there's one with a dog.
He's got several beach ones.
Oh, yeah. The, jail movies, beach movies, biker movies.
So wasn't there an army one also? I think Army movie. But no, he definitely went for it. But
how many did he make? 33 theatrically released films from 56 to 72, man. And like I said, like almost 800 songs. I don't know where he fought, and he fought in the war. And that's one of the things I really appreciate it. Like, because they would keep cutting
the air base the whole time.
But still, being a part of it.
Right.
From going to be like one of the biggest music sensations being forced into doing that. I give it to him. But like they always cut to these like different like press conferences, and someone's like, how do you feel about people being drafted and people having to go to war and this and that? You must really hate it. He's like, it's not for me to say. It's like everyone has their own opinion. I'm like, all right, good. Most people should just shut the fuck up and let people make their own fucking thoughts and comments about this type of stuff and not force their agenda on others. I don't know. I'm blabbering on about this. I was stunned. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to give Baz Luhrmann's epic Elvis Presley in concert 3.5 slices of toast.
Badass. Nice, man.
Like I said, it works for everyone, whether you're a fan or not.
Right.
3.5, folks. Check it out if you like them. Could I get that sound effect?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I'm whispering in the audio. People are going to just be hearing me asking me for a slice.
It was also a stream of thought, too. I didn't want to, like...
No, I know. There should be, like, a signal that we give each other for fucking... The chunks. I'm sorry. I never know when to... It's awkward. All right. Well, speaking of awkward, let's get into a review that will tag team, but I'll let you take the main lead on here, Dennis.
For sure. All right. Yeah, we're talking about Netflix's new sci-fi action epic, War Machine.
Son, you're one of the most promising candidates we've ever seen.
But why are you here? I just want to get across that finish line, Sergeant Major.
Rangers are the spearhead of the United States Army. Do you understand me? Yes, sir, Sergeant!
Hey, slow down, Superman. Making the rest of us look bad.
You can expect your emotional, physical, and mental strength to be pushed to the limit.
Keep your eyes open. This company's going haywire.
What the hell is that?
Retreat!
Whatever that thing is, it's hunting us. And it won't stop. No comms, no flares, no firearms. We need to move. It's not about us anymore. It's warning everybody that thing's coming.
Rangers, lead the way! All the way!
You gotta be me.
Holy Holy shit, what an intense fucking trailer that is, Dennis.
Oh, boy.
Let's talk about this one. I am
Let's
excited.
do it.
When I watched it, I said, this is going to be a movie I hope Dennis watches, because I did a live stream, watch along, toast along to this the other day, and I just can't wait to talk about it, and I can't wait to hear your take on this before I talk.
I bet we might have some similar feelings. So, yes, this is telling the story of Alan Richardson's character. I forget what the character's name was. 81.
Like 81 or something.
He's going by he's going by his assigned number in this training exercise to be like officially a U.S. Army Ranger, and he wants to pass this like last. We find out this is because it was a promise that he and his brother had made at some point when they were fighting.
Whoa. Not at some point, right before his brother's untimely death in front of him, man.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's shown to us a little out of order too.
Fair enough.
I guess it was more where I was trying to get at it.
Sorry.
We're then thrown into seeing this like fucking hulking beast of a man. If you're not familiar with what Alan Richardson looks like, he's a giant. He's just a human
Reacher.
giant. Reacher. Like the real, but the book description of Reacher.
He is Paul Scheer, Aziz Ansari, and Rob Hubel put into one man. Human giant, folks.
So he's following through with his brother's wishes of trying to pass U.S. Army Ranger School. And of course, he's like, we're watching them go through the first few drills of things, and he's just fucking crushing everyone. But he's not very sociable. They go out in their first big, like, removed exercise where they're actually getting dropped off in a remote location and have to make their way back after completing an assigned task. The unthinkable occurs. An object from space is hurled into the earth on their mission, just to find out this isn't just some meteorite or some celestial object that is simply crashed into Earth. This is a giant fucking robot from space, murdering.
What? Holy shit!
Laying waste to the team of soldiers, and
that's pretty badass.
Where they're supposed to be, like, they're all. I don't even think they have real bullets in their guns.
Nope.
Blanks and shit. So they really have nothing to fight back with. And it's them. It's them trying to make their way back to their base where they could hopefully fight back against these things, and all of the shit that comes up. And I believe this was marketed as a. I forget what the other modern military film meets Predator, and it's very much was hyped up to be something, and I feel like by the conclusion of the film they were hoping this is a series they wanted to keep alive. Little Dennis Quaid action in there for about 10 minutes. You could tell they had him for like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
He's like, they bookend the movie with him. I've definitely got some strong feelings about this movie though. I
don't even know where to begin with strong feelings on this fucking movie. Dennis, you made it sound like a fun and intense movie like the trailer.
Can I say, yes? Can I, before you tear into it, I need to say one thing, because what originally got me kind of interested in the movie, because I feel like the earliest promotional material I had seen for this didn't mention the giant alien robot thing at all. I'm like, or, it's just like, something happens, there's a conflict, there's soldiers out in the woods. I'm like, all right, let's see it. This guy's scary. Dennis Quaid's in there somewhere. All right, let's check it out. I'm like, I was very just like, whatever. Maybe it's something extraction-y, where at least you're gonna have cool physical action going on. And as soon as the first, like, I don't know if it's volume or just a lot of green screen. But this first few sets where I was just like, this is so unnatural and it feels so out of place. I kind of hate every location beyond any of the interiors of the base, because everything just felt so fake and manufactured, and it only got worse from there.
Yeah. Yes. So my first thought is, when we meet him, he's grizzled as fuck. All right. And you know me, I'm always loving when people have awesome beards. This guy cannot pull off a beard. He can pull off stubble, but the beard, I don't know if it's prosthetic or real. It looked like dog shit. But that's just the icing on the cake for this movie. So they start off like, you're in the fucking desert, and then you come across another vehicle, and then he starts talking shit to Jai Courtney, and it's like, oh, clearly this guy and him are friends. Oh, no, I bet this is his brother. Oh, we're brothers. Oh, no, I love you, brother. I love you, too. I'll see you later. We're going to become Rangers together. Oh, no, my brother's dead. Oh, no, I now have to try to be a Ranger 5 times. Oh, we're going to spend 40 minutes watching me train just to find out that I've been selected to be a Ranger. Why did it take so fucking long? We know this guy was going to do it. Shows a quick fucking montage. And then we get out there, and it's just some of the worst writing and dialogue and performances.
Oh my God. Yeah,
like,
it's so shallow and so... And it's like as shallow as the sets themselves were, it felt like sometimes.
Yes!
Like, you clearly are standing in front of a wall right now. And it's just blasting through all of the supporting cast so fucking fast. I'm like, I don't even care that they're dying anymore because I didn't even get to know them anyways.
Nope.
And I don't give a shit. And this is not... It was such a flat move for... I straight up... There's a whole chase sequence where some violent, gnarly shit is happening with this giant alien robot is just fucking him up. But
it doesn't even look cool.
I fell asleep and then woke back up and I missed nothing. I missed nothing.
Dude, all right. So, like I mentioned, I did a toast along to this. I came in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to watch a badass movie. I was falling asleep. You can go and watch it on YouTube. I was fighting.
You're fighting sleep during
falling asleep. Like, I had to wake myself up multiple times and be like, oh, this is still happening. Okay. It's only an hour and 47 minutes, but the multiple times I had to not fall asleep.
Yeah.
And like you said, they're just taking people out left and right super quick. And it's like, all right, we're safe. Oh no, this giant creature's peeping its little head around the corner looking at us. Oh, it's throwing balls of fucking dynamite at it. It's like, and the way they set it up, we see TVs on in the beginning of the movie. Something is orbiting Earth, blah blah blah. Whoa, we don't know what it is.
And you know
of course, and then like when their whole mission is to go and stop or blow up a foreign object.
Fighter jet.
And they're all like, "Oh, this is really intense for what we're going to do." And he's fucking Reacher's the only one who's like, "That wasn't what we're supposed to blow up. I took a piss on what we had to blow up." God, I wanted to like this. It sounded so cool. I feel like this Richardson guy can't pick good movies. I didn't care for him in Ungentlemanly Warfare. I didn't like him in the Kevin James Playdate movie. I don't like him in this. I don't get it. People love Reacher. I hear he's fantastic in that, but why can't this guy get movies that are interesting? It sounds like a movie that should work, like fucking Transformers meets like Lone Survivor. Well,
right?
Sign me up.
I think he's definitely casted more often for his presence on the frame of the camera than we worry about what dialogue to give him. You know, it's like, no. I think you should care a little bit. You know, it's as movies like this show. It's like, God damn it. I will give them. I think the general concept was like, that would have been interesting if it was executed better. There was. And that's kind of it. Some of the sound design stuff I didn't mind.
I guess.
The sound,
but even the CG
of it was like, oh yeah, and then just the general design. I'm sorry, like without revealing it, but the way the final conflict takes place, the killing blow was so fucking dumb.
And then it's like, all right, here's how we do it, folks. Yeah, that's all we gotta do. Okay. It's like, what the fuck? And this is happening all across the globe? Sorry, I'm spoiling the movie right now, but kind of, who gives a fuck?
He's doing his RFK Jr. impression.
Yeah.
We were attacked by a bunch of them while you were gone. Oh, my God.
And then I love how he's like, sorry it took us so long to find you. It's like, motherfucker, he walked all the way back with a dead guy on his back, man. Fuck you. You didn't do shit for him. Okay, sorry. And that was the whole thing. Like, his mythos was he carried his brother 12 miles in the desert and blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, I didn't do that. That's all a lie. I fell before I made it back. But then he successfully did that at the end with the fallen comrade that knew his brother. I don't know. But let me tell you some of the other movies. I don't know. Did you IMDb this writer-director to see any of the movies he's done in the past?
No.
All right. Expendables 3, The Hitman's Bodyguard, The Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife, or Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, and the best Netflix movie starring Jason Statham and Kevin Hart, The Man from Toronto. This guy,
my God. This guy
keeps on getting chances.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. And, like, it's weird. Like, when I didn't watch the trailer, but I thought people were selling this as, like, Alan Ritchson versus, like, a robot that was a tank, and I'm like, oh, cool, that'd be cool if it was like a tank that's attacking them, like a cybernetic tank or something. But no, that's not even that interesting.
It's
like,
not even like a Gundam. Like it's
no,
it's more Armored Core style fucking walking tank of, and even then it didn't get the cool. I don't know. I guess they thought the weaponry was cool, but it also just seems like a giant walking target. That again, unarmed soldiers were able to figure out how to like, evade.
But nobody else, none of the top militaries of the whole world could figure it out, besides this one fucking handicapped guy. I'm sorry. I feel like I might be being too harsh on this, but there was nothing I liked about this.
No, it's definitely a very skippable movie. I'm gonna give it a slice, but I feel like even I'm still being generous. I'm still going to be incredibly generous.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it.
But I'm going to give it half a slice. So we're in the same realm.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it half a slice and more. I gave it a one slicer. I think there's still definitely an audience here that will watch this, but it ain't.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think they con people into it because it's like #1 on Netflix charts, #2 on Netflix. Because, of course, everyone's interesting.
Anything new is going to be #1 for a second.
Yeah.
But this is not a good one. This is not a good one. I'm like, unless you're super, super into this actor for some...
Which a lot of people are.
You're like this actor, regardless of whether or not he's given a good role. Let's be clear with that.
And that's the thing. He didn't have anything. He barely had dialogue. He didn't get to do anything. He wasn't charming. He wasn't funny. He wasn't brooding. He was just
exactly. It wasn't even a Mad Maxy sort of like he didn't talk.
Yeah.
No, he's just like it's just straight up him falling down a mountain, getting the shit kicked out of him, watching all of his teammates die, pretty much.
And even though he's gotten his, like you said, fallen down the mountain, sliced down his leg, totally fucked up, but he's still able to walk around and fight a giant robot.
Sprint full speed moments. I remember thinking that immediately. It's like, okay, you're telling me after what happened to his leg, now he's just fucking booking it across. It's like, not to say it doesn't. Not to say there are people who
the adrenaline maybe
had that. They've had that happen in real life before. It was just. I hate when we give and take and we skip around on when we want to acknowledge when characters are wounded. I love the movies like the Revenant, where it's like, oh no, he's fucked up. He's gonna be fucked up for half the movie now. That's just what it is. Like that's
you own it if you're doing it to the character.
Yeah. This is not one of those movies. It's not, or like The Covenant. Guess what?
Which that's getting a IMAX re-release or an anniversary release. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak.
As it is too. I'm like, but it's such an excellent film.
I remember seeing it opening night when it came out. Like 10 years ago? Fuck. I didn't like that movie, but it was brutal. Yeah. Or maybe like 8 years. Let's see, Revenant.
Yeah. Oh no,
I was working at the printing company.
Covenant.
Covenant.
I thought another military movie where the main character is injured a lot, and we actually commit to the injuries being like.
But that was a good movie, The Covenant. Yeah, but it was. That was what Jake Gyllenhaal and what's his face, right? The British director,
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll put this one to bed if there's nothing else, and jump over to one final movie.
Let's do it.
All right. I have Chris Miller and Phil Lord. I said that backwards, isn't it? Phil Lord and Chris Miller's latest movie, Project Hail Mary.
Oh, my God. So
Well, I met an alien. His son is dying too. We have one mission. We're gonna save our planet.
Grace Rocky Save Stars.
Project Hail Mary, rated PG-13, March 20th.
Woo! Brian's Gosling.
All right, just in case I fucked it up, because I feel like I might have fucked it up. It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I don't know why I get their names Frankenstein together a lot. Yes, that's essentially what it is. Ryan Gosling in space. Now, this is a movie a lot of people have been ranting and raving about for a long time. Like, I put out a trailer reaction for all the videos, and everyone who's read the book or listened to the audiobook has commented about how fantastic the book is and how great the trailer looks and how this could get them to go back to the theater even though they haven't been to the theater in like 10 years. And like, people who have seen it have said this is like a masterpiece and, oh, it's so good. It's one of the best science movies out there. And I'm like, all right, calm your jets. Shut the fuck. Like, everyone, you always have a bandwagon when something new comes out. Now let's get into it. So it's based on a book by Andy Weir. He did The Martian, that Matt Damon movie where he was stuck on Mars or whatever. Fantastic space movie. So he did this book, and then Drew Goddard wrote this, who also wrote The Martian. So it's like we're getting two writers coming back together to make another movie in this vein. But the interesting thing here is we're getting the duo behind 21 and 22 Jump Street in the Lego movie, and sadly, the one-time director of Solo that got thrown off the movie after pretty much finishing it, coming to make their first movie since Solo failed. And so I don't know. The trailers didn't fully do it for me. It looked like one of those movies, I think I might have said in the teaser, this looks like it's going to be one of those movies that takes itself too seriously. It's going to be too sci-fi. It's going to be just pretentious as fuck. By God, that's not the movie at all. Right out of the get-go, this movie is funny. Like, this, I was not expecting. It's like, they say a laugh a minute. Sometimes this is like a laugh every 30 seconds. And they're dealing with serious subject matter. So essentially, there is this disgraced scientist who had strong beliefs about something and called out like one of the highest people in the scientific community. And he got shunned, and now he's just teaching middle school science. And something recently happened where I think it from Venus, there was like this red light, this strain going to the sun, and the sun is slowly being eaten by whatever this red light is, and nobody knows what it is. And all the greatest scientists across the world have come together. All the governments have come together to put together a brain trust, and they go to this teacher and they're like, hey, we read this thing that you put out, this piece of work you did. We want you to come and take a look at this organism that we've recovered that's associated with what's going on with the sun. And he's like, no, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a teacher. But they essentially get him to come and go, take a look, and he figures out what it is, and then he figures out how to replicate it, and then he helps them come up with a plan to get up to space, essentially to do a suicide mission by finding out what's going on, collecting data, and sending it back to Earth, and essentially save the world, hopefully. Now, it's even bigger than that, because we find out that it's the whole universe that's being destroyed. All the stars around the sun, everything is essentially dying. And even like he tells his students, and then they mention, yeah, this isn't technically a major issue right now, but within the next 30 years, it's going to be like 20 degrees colder than everything, and then over the course of time, we're going to lose sunlight, and then we're going to stop having food, and all the governments are going to fight over like it's just going to be a shit show. So essentially, we got to figure out what's going on. One thing leads to another. He gets up into space. It's a 3-man mission. There's a pilot, a scientist, and some other person that go up. And unfortunately, we pick up, he's the only survivor, and he's kind of losing his mind. He doesn't fully remember how he got there. and we're interconnecting with him back on Earth here and there. We're getting little bits of the story here and there as he's remembering it, and it's kind of bleak. And then this spaceship kind of contacts him, another spaceship, and he discovers there's an alien on board that's going through the same situation as him. That alien's planet is getting destroyed because of the sun, and everyone else on that ship died too, and these two are coming together, and they're both doing the same job essentially, and they start to bond, and they find a way to work together. All that's in the trailer. I'm not spoiling anything. I apologize if it sounds spoilerish, but it essentially plays as a scientific buddy comedy with major ramifications, because it's a dire situation happening here, and like it's funny, but it seems kind of plausible. Like, it's interesting it should be taken super seriously, but it's funny and fun and it's heartwarming. It's gut-wrenching. Like, the third act of this movie, it's like, I didn't know what was going to fucking happen. I'm like, I was so afraid for each of these characters and what was going to happen with the two worlds. Like, I shed a tear a couple of times, man. And the visuals of this movie are just beautiful. When you're in space, what you're seeing is just so stunning. Like, I don't know how they did it, but it looks so fucking sexy. When we're on Earth, you're just dealing with Earth stuff. The spaceship, kind of interesting look to it, but the space creature Rocky that he works with steals the show. Like, I think it's a puppet. I don't know if it's CG, but I think it's a puppet.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
And it's adorable. It's kind of like a puppy dog, but it's a smart scientific thing. And the interactions these two have together is fantastic. The editing, it's like seamless, the way they cut back and forth from him on Earth to him in space and everything happening. It's competently directed by these two. Like, you can tell they put their heart and effort into this in a big way. The score is pretty stellar. And the soundtrack is surprisingly not what you would expect for a movie like this. Like, it kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like old-timey, like vaudeville style music every now and again. It's comedic and it's weird, but it works for this movie. God, I don't know. I'm saying a lot. I do apologize. Like, the cast is interesting. Like I said, we got Ryan Gosling. And then as like the woman who's putting this all together is Sandra Haller. She did a movie a couple of years ago, Anatomy of a Fall, which was a big movie. Then she did that concentration camp movie, The Zone of Interest. Really good actress. I've never seen her do an American movie, but she's great in this. Then you have like, I'm going to butcher her name, Milana Verntrub. She was the AT&T woman. She voices Squirrel Girl. Werewolf Within. She's currently on Going Dutch. She doesn't get too much to do, but when she does pop up, she's cool. Then there's this guy who's very familiar, and I'm like, I know I've seen him a million times, but the only two movies I fully can recall, this guy, Ken Lung, I think he was in Rush Hour, he might have been in Saw, he was in that movie Missing, I think he's on the show Industry. Familiar face.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. No, he's talented. Yeah.
He's great here. But the one guy who I really haven't seen in a movie before, but I've only seen him on TV and really dug, this guy, Lionel Boyce. He is on The Bear. What's his character's name on The Bear? Fuck. I want to do it justice here. He does like the pastry chef stuff. Marcus on The Bear. It's essentially for the first act of the movie. He's kind of like the handler of Ryan Gosling's character, and the two are just kind of goofing off, having fun, but getting work done. And they make going to the hardware store a blast, and they're just spending the government's money in a big bad way, just having a fun time. The chemistry between those two guys together is pretty impressive. And then the voice of Rocky, I don't know the guy who's done it. He hasn't done a lot of things apparently, but this guy James Ortiz, fantastic voice for the character. And there's a whole scene about getting the right voice for this guy because like literally Gosling's character like comes up with a way to like give him a voice to learn the language and interact, and that was kind of funny. But I give it to Gosling here, man, because whether it was CG or puppet or tennis ball, I don't know, but the bond he has with this creature and the emotion that the two share together, it's believable. Right. And like the charm and charisma he has, like, I don't know. I can't find anything bad to say about this movie, and I feel weird because this is the first. Normally, when there's hype, I want to go fucking debunk it. Yeah. And I can't in this case. I really feel like it lives up and exceeds the expectations. It's an hour. 2 hours and 36 minutes. But once again, like the Elvis documentary, it flies by, and I'd watch 4 hours of these guys together. Like, I wanted to listen to the audiobook before I saw it, but I didn't want to spoil anything, even though they always change shit. Sure. But now that I've seen the movie, I'm going to listen to the audiobook because everyone says it's great, and I hear like it reads really comedic, and if it's half as good as the movie, which I assume it's going to be 10 times better, I'm excited. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be recording my review later, but I already did the voice memo that I'm working off of. It's like an 18-minute review, so if you think this is long, come check out the abridged version on YouTube, folks. Sorry, I'm gonna give Project Hail Mary 4 slices of toast, man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, where's... Uh-oh.
As an executive...
4 slices of toast, folks. That's... I just did a 3 plus 1. Yeah, somehow we lost the 4 toaster here, folks. Sorry. Because we don't give them out very often. But literally, I don't know, man. I know we're just in March right now, but this is going to be the top. This is the top of my list right now, and I think it'll live there for a while. But I don't know.
Nice.
I saw this in one of 16 theaters playing in 70 millimeters, and to see like the little burns and pops in the film. Oh yeah, beautiful,
so sexy. Yeah, I love
that.
But
it did cost a pretty penny. I spent I think like $24 or $28 on it, but well worth it. But I highly suggest if you can't see it on film, go see it in IMAX because it's going to look beautiful, or see it on like Adobe Atmos or 4DX or fucking ScreenX. See it on the biggest, loudest screen you can. I'm gonna see it again. I don't know. I might see it twice. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna see it in, but it's not going to be a regular format. If you can see it on the craziest screen you can, I think. Sorry, that's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
Sorry for going super long. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So I just literally got home from seeing it, so I do apologize for the crazy long.
It's all fresh in your mind now. It's all fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, dang, folks. That's gonna do it for our reviews, though. So I hope you found some new recommendations. You're excited about some new upcoming movie news that we shared with you this episode. But as you know, there's always a little bit more. There's more toast to be enjoyed. Adam.
Ooh.
Tell these fine toasties where they could find even more buttery, golden, delicious goodness.
All right. Well, number one, you're going to want to go over to YouTube because that's where all these episodes live. And I put out daily videos. I'm talking trailer reactions, movie reviews, serious reviews. Going to do more watch-alongs and hopefully not fall asleep on a live stream. Talked about getting into doing some video game stuff. I just haven't had a chance just yet. You can follow us on all the socials where you can get all the links and clicks and information about everything Movie Toast related at Facebook. We got 2 of those motherfuckers. X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, Kick. All at the handles at movie_toast.
Yes, sir.
But say you're already following us, you like the toast, but there's something you want to improve, like maybe the fucking fat guy of the group doesn't fucking stumble on his words all the time. Let us know how we can improve that. And but how can they do that?
The way you can do that is going over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. It really helps us make this show as fine and dandy as we possibly can. Any feedback you can give is always going to help in trying to make the show better. So we will take anything you got to say into consideration, within reason, of course. We're going to keep our clothes on, you freaks. So
hey, like I said, it's going to get hot and muggy out here, so I could take the layers off. See some man boobies.
There you go. It's going to get hot in here this summer. Adam's taking off all his clothes. Adam getting so hot, he's gonna take his clothes off.
Yeah, people pay me. Maybe that's why we'll make money. We'll take the clothes off, so they'll pay us to put it back on.
Put it back on,
yeah. Or, I mean, they could just not watch. Or they could just listen. Yeah, that's right, folks. I don't know how you're getting this, but we live stream. We're live streaming. You can see our faces and whatnot and different graphics. Or you can listen to us on the go on any platform, man. We're available audible and visual. Or both.
Audio,
yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Audio and visual.
Any major podcast platform, you can find us there if you search for Movie Toast News and Reviews.
Hell yes. So that is going to do it. And like I said, sorry, it was a bit of a clusterfuck today, but we made it through.
Oh, yeah. No, it's we got it. We got it down.
Yeah. But there's only one more thing we ask you to do, and that is to please stay toasty.
I'm in Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adams bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
Face on there at the end.
What's that?
Just put a little stank face there on the end.
Oh, you got. I feel like we're both avoiding saying stay toasty. Like we put too much pressure on it. I think.
Say it. Or we just say it independently. I don't know. I don't know. We went from it always like we could seem to say it in sync just fine for years. Then all of a sudden something happened and it's like nope.
I don't know, man. I want to find that magic. I want to find it, dude. I don't know where it went.
It's just a new way to say stay toasty.
Yeah.
Stay toasty. This is Adam saying stay toasty. It was just.
I don't know. I don't know, man. But you know what I do know?
What's that?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Did I on the last on the last episode? Did I tell you about Ted season 2, or was I still working on it? I don't know. I feel like maybe it wasn't out yet.
I don't think it was out yet.
Okay. Well, I got 2 episodes on our Media Village. So that's the NBC Peacock screener site. 2 episodes, but not the full season. But once the full season came out, I knocked that bitch out in like half a day, man. The first season was fantastic. Second season, even fucking better. And unfortunately, they're not doing another season of it because, quote unquote, it's too expensive to make because, I mean, Ted's a CG beer. That's expensive. So the way they end it, it seems like they just slapped on an ending that then connects it to become lead off to the Mark Wahlberg movie. But I find it weird that they can't afford to do that, but they can afford to get Mark Wahlberg and Amanda Seyfried to come and do a fucking cartoon. I feel like that's going to be expensive, right?
I mean, you think. I don't know. Yeah. That's a bridge there. But maybe there was always some sort, had to work some deal out where in order to, like you said, to make that connection, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised because when the show first came out, I initially was just like, really? Is that really show worthy? But then, they got some positive feedback. And I know you've been a fan of the show right out the gate. So
it was fantastic. And the second season, like I said, even better. But we were talking about you're going to go play like a D&D offshoot tomorrow. There's a whole episode where like the cousin goes to them to get, she's like, hey, I'm studying for my fucking exam for school, but I need weed to focus. And do you guys have weed? And they're like, oh no, shit, we're out of weed. So they go to like a guy at school's house to like get weed, but he just put together a campaign and like the cats he play with, like, they got pissed at him and left, and he was all sad. He's like, I'm too sad to sell you weed. And they're like, fuck it. What if we do your campaign, and then you sell us the weed? And at the same point, like, the parents read something in the newspaper about, like, local teens were, like, on weed and got into trouble, and parents should be more in their kids' life so they don't go on weed. So they end up going to do the campaign with them to stop them from being on weed, but they're actually helping the kids because the kids are getting weed essentially from playing D&D, and like they literally go into Like everything that happens, you see it on screen. Like you're watching them on a quest. It's not just at a table. It's kind of cool. And like, there's so many nostalgic like '90s jokes in there, like that are just fantastic. That might go over a lot of people's heads. But I love this show so much, and I'm so sad it's not coming back for a third season. Like the first season was so good, like it was the #1 show on Peacock ever for a while, and then I guess something else blew it out of the water. But I don't know. I love it. But
nice,
yeah, like I said, I've been knocking out I knocked out Scrubs. Now I'm working on Malcolm in the Middle because apparently the new series starts up next month. So I'm like deep in that now. That's my life, and I'm like, it's sad that family. They seem like so random and so wholesome and regular to me. Like the dysfunction of that family. It's like I gotta love that white trashness. It makes me feel validated. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's it's
crazy.
Like, no, they're dysfunctional, but it's a relatable dysfunctional. It's like at some point you've met someone or there's someone that resembles a character in that show or a situation. Even when it started getting really fucking over the top, there was still, like, the individual moments were still something that you kind of could bond with. So
yeah,
I too am intrigued by the new episodes, the new season.
Have you watched the trailer? Apparently, there's a trailer that just dropped. Was it good looking?
Quite funny, yes. And it's and everyone's in it too. I'm like, I said, this is wonderful.
Everyone except for Dewey. They've replaced the actor.
Yeah,
but it's so much time has passed. It's like I guess you can get away with it. But
I'm impressed. I'm impressed they got as many as they did. Even
right? Hell yeah. Oh man, but I don't know. Ooh, so are you going to that 2 Chainz show in October? You said
I don't know. No. I just saw that it was happening. It might have been December. It's really fucking far out. I'm like, oh, that could be cool, but I don't know any
Yeah, because I jumped on. It's funny that you said that because I just found out Ice Cube's coming out here in October, so I'm like, I just bought my tickets the other day for that. So it's like, nice. I don't know how my whole life never made it to an Ice Cube show. I don't know how.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
No, the two actual concerts I do really I want to see are fucking Lamb of God and Death Clock. I'd love to see a Death Clock show.
Yeah.
But Lamb of God,
those guys gonna be fun.
There's a metal band I've always wanted to see that I never did.
I'm surprised you've never seen them.
Festival,
or is it because you were so young when they were?
I was at a festival where they were the last year of Ozfest. There was 3 stages. They were on one of the other stages when I was watching something else. Oh, wait a minute. Or did I get to see them? I guess I did. It was before, especially before I was really appreciating him. So when the album Sacrament came out, so I was still kind of like getting a feel for who they were.
Fair enough. But now you have the respect and admiration that it would be even more meaningful.
A dedicated show where they are the headliner.
Yeah, not just. Can we talk about the fact that the final Ozfest, who would ever think Ozfest would end? That was a staple for so fucking long, and now it's nothing.
And then it was free.
That's crazy.
Free. Yeah.
How?
It's the man is already a fucking millionaire. Another feather in that man's fucking cap. That's long.
Do they still do Warp Tour at least? I feel like they got to do that one.
There's a few Warp Tour maybe, but I know there's a few others that have started to take their place. I've been getting pushed a lot of ads for a few other. Was it Sick New World? It's very much in the vein of that. Where it's a 3-day festival of a lot of those bands from that era. There's a metal one they do out in Vegas that I want to go to really bad. Metallica and Megadeth headlined last year, and then there's another one that's got a lot of 2000s emo and metal bands. I forget what that one is, but I just saw an ad for that where I actually like half this lineup. This looks like fun. Danny Elfman's doing one of these.
Is him and Ongo Boingo doing something, or is it just him by himself?
Danny Elfman
solo?
just fucking thrashing it out. Yeah, it's
nice.
It's funny. I had to read it's one of those the super heavy metal really stretched out lettering where they make
hard to read what the fuck the letters are.
Does that say Danny Elfman? It's fuck yeah, okay, that sounds like fun. But there's not that I'm going to any of these shows, but I would very much like to. That'd be fun.
You should, man. Give us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Besides, I watched this TV show, Dennis. Let me tell you about something you don't give a fuck about. I feel bad.
That's not true.
I feel bad. I force you into this. You're like, I want to end the show, and I'm like, let's just stretch it like taffy. Like, you can't force it, and I try forcing it. I'm sorry. So, anyways, what else you want to talk about post-show here, man? This is when it gets down and dirty.
I didn't have anything in my pocket quite yet, really.
Yeah, damn. I'm trying to think what else is there for me to tell you about. So you're going to play bingo, huh?
Yeah.
Now, how does that work? You say it's music bingo. All right, I'm not gonna.
No,
I'm not. I mean, if you want,
it's
is it
not
just
music
regular bingo?
Just bingo. Yeah, it's just bingo. Bingo.
Oh,
you get
I love bingo.
10-sheet like.
Well, you're not gonna tell me. I know all about bingo. I've gone to the local bingo. I've bingoed it up with the best.
I like how you
finest of the
hearing
elderly.
this shit, folks. Tell me about the bingo. I don't know about bingo. Don't fucking tell me about bingo. I know what bingo is.
You tell me about your bingo. Tell me about your bingo, man.
Apparently not. I guess no. We already know what bingo is.
I thought it was musical. No, did we?
Bingo to me.
Well, I mean, are there old ladies there? Because that's the only way I consider
it's a
bingo.
bar. It starts at like 9 o'clock or 8:30.
Damn.
And it's late.
Yeah, that's too hip bingo for me. I do the 6 o'clock bingo with the old ladies at like the church areas and dab it up, baby.
Hey,
but
we got our own bingo dabbers. Belle and I.
Oh, dude, I'm a bingo dabber whore, man. I'll fucking dab and then I'll toss and then I'll buy a new one, dude. I'm gonna always have a fresh dabber. I'll drop that dollar.
Years. Oh yeah, no, these are. Oh, we don't get to keep
dangerously.
He doesn't.
You don't get to keep them.
We bought these from we bought these from a casino years ago, and we're still using it. They're still good. So. I'm not.
Yeah, I know they're still good, but
commoner. I don't need your fucking commoner. Other dirty hands have touched this dabber. I have my own.
I'm saying buy a new fresh one, man. It feels good having some fresh ink.
I like the one.
All right. What one you got? What you got? Anything cool on? Is like a. You got anything going on for St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Oh, I do. I got 2 things going on, man. After work. Well, I got 2 this year. 2's enough for me, man.
Okay.
Trying to watch the sugars. I'm going to work, and then I'm going to the dentist, and then I'm going to go see Secret of the Ooze.
I love that. That sounded like you actually had like.
That is a plan, dude. The dentist, dude.
A plan, yes. I plan on sleeping tonight at some point, but that's.
Dude, for the past.
That is
I want to say like
as what
3 months. I've been waiting to get my dental back. I have my back tooth is fucking chipped. I got a chip that's just been killing me, man. I'm like, fill that bitch in, clean my mouth out, make me whole again. But dude, I'm about to overdose on films this week, man. Monday, I'm going to 4 movies. Then I'm going to Secret of the Ooze on Tuesday. Then there's a film festival happening, the Boston Underground Film Festival.
Nice.
On Wednesday, I'm going. They're opening that movie. Normal, the new Bob Odenkirk movie, which is kind of like he's a sheriff and he goes to this town and shit gets crazy. Odenkirk's going to be there, so I'm excited. It's at one of my favorite little theaters. So I'm jazzed for that. And then I'm going to go see Ready or Not, Here I Come. I'm not going to say Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I'm just going to say Here I Come. I'm excited for that one. And then Friday, I'm going to see this new movie, Obsession. I think it comes out in like 2 months.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Dude. That looks wild.
I'm excited. That one looks insane. So I'm gonna have some tasty stuff to talk about.
What happens
that's where
when
I'm getting.
You actually wish for it, I
like that. And then you break the rules and wish too much. Shit gets some sticky. Man. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I'm excited, man. I'm also afraid I'm going to burn out on movies, but that can't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
I love how you said that after, almost 6 fucking years of movie toast. Oh, I don't know. I might get burned out on movies. Yeah, okay. I'm never going to believe
that.
Dude,
like every year I try figuring out how many movies I've seen in the theater, but now this year I've started fucking keeping track on my notes. Yeah. So we're at, as of recording today, man, what is today? Fucking March 15th.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull up my list here.
14th, I guess, technically when we started.
Oh, for you. Oh, yeah. Well.
Oh, for me,
yeah,
not for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So I haven't updated it with today's movie, but I know today's a movie. Where the fuck is it? So I'm trying to find my list to see if you can guess how many movies I've seen this year alone. But it'd be fun if I actually have my list in front of me.
You had the information available for me to guess?
Like, I have a list of movies to record, but I have the list here. Where the fuck is my list? This is the craziness here. Like, I got so many notes apparently here. Sorry, this is bullshit. Did I delete my list?
140 would have been my guess.
I mean, not that much, man.
120.
I think I accidentally deleted my fucking list.
Oh my god.
This is not going to sit well with me, man. I'm diving into the annals of the trash right now.
The anals? You're diving into
the annals. I'm diving in the annals. You know, I honestly didn't mean to say it dirty like that, but it did come off dirty.
I think it worked either way.
It did. I like it. I wish I could. I wish I could take fucking credit for it, man, but I literally can't. I don't want to lie to the toasties and you. What the fuck happened to my I'm scrolling through the trash and the non-trash. I'm scrolling through everything.
Well, I think that would be a fun tidbit to come into the next episode with.
Don't you fucking shut me off.
You know, I wasn't trying to veil that at all. That was 100% what it was for face value.
What? This is... I'm sorry. I get fixated. Dude, the other day I went to go record some reviews.
Uh-huh.
I spent 6 hours tweaking my audio. And then I just fucking changed it up again anyways. Like, I got problems, man. I fixate too much. Too hard on the fixation. Oh, man. Well, I guess, yeah, let's leave this off on a cliffhanger here, Dennis.
There you
How
go.
many movies? Because it's gonna like, I'm going to add a deep amount by the next time we meet up in 2 weeks, man.
Next week and find out just how many films Adam has watched in 2026. It's a lot.
But if I had to recall, I leave I'm at like 37. But fuck me, man.
It's got to be more than that.
No, man. I mean, that's not including streaming movies. Oh, man, I watched a screener last night, and boy, it was terrible. I stopped watching it. So that won't be getting reviewed. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'll end the stream. Thanks.
He's on a roll. Thank you for joining us, folks. Hope you enjoy the toast. Until next time.